All right. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Bears are on the. Well, I mean, I'm not sure what kind of, what kind of, what kind of suspense we got here with the Bears, but I guess it's probably pretty much more or less a formality here for the Bears. I guess so to speak. On the clock. The draft starts by number 2, right? Because everybody keeps saying the Commanders. Vinny G-Man, what's up, buddy? All right. So you got the Bears probably looking at Caleb Williams, but the big thing is number 2. Do the Commanders take Jaden Daniels or not? So I'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, when number 3 rolls around, according to all these guys out there, all these reports and everything like that, if Drake May's on the board, watch out. Because that's when apparently the Vikings might be calling the Patriots, the Giants might be calling the Patriots, so we'll have to wait and see. So, but it just looks like number 1 might be more or less pretty much a formality here with Caleb Williams. But I can't blame the Bears. If he's the best quarterback out there, you don't take any trades or nothing like that. You get your quarterback for the next 10 years. Get yourself your quarterback, and they got 2 picks in the first 1 and 9, I think they got. So, they can, get themselves a quarterback and somebody else, really help themselves out. Gotta rub my. Here's my buddy Randy. Gotta rub his belly.
Without that offensive line, but a defense that couldn't stop many people either. Caleb was not on the spot. That Notre Dame game, everybody's not. That's 1 game in his career, guys. 1 game. Outside of that, he was almost flawless. He had a couple games late, as I said, where he wasn't necessarily on point. But overall, Caleb Williams held off Jaden Daniels. I thought it was going to be Drake May in August. Drake May didn't finish strong. It opened the door to Jaden. Jaden went to a 4th rounder, the 2nd pick overall. I didn't think he said enough. At the overall his career, that 1 great year wasn't enough to overtake what Caleb Williams did last year. When he would have gone number 1 over Bryce Young, he certainly deserved to be the number 1 pick overall today.
We expect Daniels to go number 2. We'll worry about that when we get there. Let's start with the decision the Bears are making here. Booker, are they getting it right?
Yeah, I agree. I think they absolutely get it right. I think from a ceiling standpoint, Caleb Williams has the highest ceiling of any quarterback in this draft. And it's important when you bring the quarterback into an organization that he's set up for success. Can you protect him up front? You look at those 2 stalwart tackles, they can protect him. And then who are going to be the playmakers? Who's going to throw the football to? Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, they have playmakers. What about the guys going to call the plays?
Yeah, they got DJ Moore, the Bears, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, Keenan Allen. Man, if they could get, like, say, Brock Bowers with their 2nd first-round pick, they take Caleb Williams. Now, I mean, I'm not sure if Caleb Williams is going to come in and knock it right out of the park week 1 or not like that. But if he's all that with the talking about, they get himself Brock Bowers too. Woo! I don't know. I don't think they have I don't think the Bears have like a 2nd-round pick or something like that. But I mean, if the Bears, could they take Caleb Williams and Brock Bowers? That'd really help them out big time. Especially you figure where the Bears are at with the Vikings, because the Vikings got Jefferson, the Packers with Jordan Love and their receiving group, young bunch of receivers, and of course the Detroit Lions. They're going to be good. So I think that might be huge. Or if the Bears were to obviously take Caleb Williams, and then with their 2nd pick, I can't remember. I'm a moron. I can't remember the 2nd wide receiver from LSU. He's supposed to be really good as well too. But I mean, if the Bears could take like say like a Brock Bowers out, they got some weapons. Then they can start battling big time. You keep saying on the clock. I guess they're really dragging this out here. Now I got ESPN on my phone. I'm watching ESPN here, and then I got PFF on one of my on my computer here as well too. Because last year when I was doing the draft, I was live. I was watching it live on TV, but apparently I think I was watching it also on ESPN. Sorry, buddy. Got to keep rubbing his belly. Stop rubbing his belly. He gets all upset. But apparently on my phone, the picks were coming in faster than they were on TV. So like I knew from my phone that when the Giants took John Michael Schmitz, said it on my phone. I think it was on ESPN. So whoops. There you go, it's ESPN. So I knew they took John Michael Smith with their second round pick, and then about like 2 minutes later, it was announced on the TV. So I'm like, the TV's my cable or whatever it is seems like it's a little bit behind. So that's why. So it says on the clock. They didn't put their pick in. Okay. Well, now they got a picture of the Bears draft room, and they're all hugging each other and everything. So apparently their pick is in. Bears' first overall pick since 1947. Wow. Oh, it says on the clock still. On the clock. On the clock. Oh, Caleb Williams. There you go. Okay. Caleb Williams. It was a formality. Yep. Chicago Bears take Caleb Williams. There it is. Okay. Commanders on the clock. Here we go, baby. That's it. Pretty much a formality. So.
Finishes his career with 120 touchdowns in 33 starts, and as mentioned, in his NIL era, he has been omnipresent, but now all of it in so many ways felt like he was leading on his league. Line Cole, general manager of the Bears, he was in 2017 ranked a solid scout.
Sure, lady. On the clock. All right, now this is the big one here. This is the big one here. Because this one here sets up possibly from all the stuff you're hearing. This is the big one here, right? Because this sets up everything you're hearing about with Drake May. Now, I all the stuff I'm hearing, the Giants, I don't know. Don't want Jaden Daniels, I don't know. But apparently, from all the reports you hear, the Giants want Drake May. So this big here too is huge, because I'm just saying if the Giants are going to take Drake May, he has to be there at number 3. So this one's a big one. Oops. On the clock. Okay. All right, on the clock. 5:41. Okay. All right, here we go.
Shane Walker, the new offensive coordinator at Chicago, now has to develop that relationship. He has to find a way to get Caleb Williams to lock in and really realize all of his potential for that organization.
Subway takes us down to the stage where Molly is standing by with Caleb Williams. Molly.
Caleb, you told me you've been dreaming of this moment ever since you were a little kid. You have always wanted to be the number one pick in the NFL draft. What did it take to get here?
It took a lot of sacrifice, love, care for one, the game of football, my teammates, my coaches, and my family.
You won a Heisman Trophy. You're the number one pick in the NFL draft. What is your next goal as a member of the Chicago Bears?
Learn all my teammates' names, their families, learn the playbook, and get ready to go win games.
All right, congratulations, Caleb.
Thank you.
Great.
So there he is from USC to Chicago.
Bears last first round quarterback the last 8 years. Trubisky, Fields, and now Williams. Well, if you're a Bears fan, hopefully they have better luck than they did with Trubisky and Fields, because they traded up and they traded quite a bit away to get Fields, and they just traded him away for a bag of potato chips. So, of course, Trubisky was there for a couple of years, but he just never seemed to pan out either. So, we'll have to wait and see. Uh-oh.
Last week, the Washington Commanders had a group of quarterbacks in for a visit. And in the end, the two quarterbacks that had the most support within the Commanders organization were Jaden Daniels and also J.J. McCarthy. Those are the two quarterbacks that are watching. But inevitably, Jaden Daniels' talent is so strong, so inevitable. There was a coach in the NFL that said that Jaden Daniels is Lamar Jackson 2.0. And that he has the ability to come in and be a better version of Lamar Jackson. We'll see if he can make that happen, and he's the pick. And now, down to Molly McGrath.
Well, Adam, you guys mentioned all the questions swirling around Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders, and first-time GM Adam Peters is really leaning on his mentors in the face of all of those question marks. He's been on the phone all week long talking to a lot of his mentors, one of them Bob Myers, former GM for the Golden State Warriors. He's now an advisor to the Commanders, and he's asking questions like, what would you do in this situation? And one of the things the Warriors said to him that really stuck with me is don't make a decision until you absolutely have to.
Come on, lay down. Come on, lay down. Yeah, good boy. We're still on the clock. We're really dragging this out here. Well, this is the big one. This is the big one right here. Once again, that's if all that stuff with the Drake May, if that stuff is all true or not or whatever. Then we'll have to wait and see. Still on the clock. Oh, pick is in. All right. Pick is in. Commander's pick is in. Here we go. We got Jaden Daniels. There it is. Okay. All right. So now, here it is. Here we go. Jaden Daniels. So now, Drake May is there. The Patriots phone is exploding right now. Right? Possibly the Giants are calling the Patriots. Possibly the Vikings are calling the Patriots. What's it going to take? We want Drake May. What's it going to take? So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see if those rumors are true about the Giants wanting Drake May or the Vikings. The Vikings going to get their 2 first-round picks, couple up and jump up and everything like that. So. All right, so let's see. Waiting to see if there's a Patriots are on the clock. All right, just waiting to see here. So I'm going to keep refreshing and see if there's a oh, there we go. See if there's a trade. I mean, I said there may not be because apparently just from all the stuff you're hearing and everything like that, the Patriots want so much, but Jaden Daniels going to the Washington Commanders. So Jaden Daniels, quarterback, LSU. Second overall pick. All right.
He won the Heisman, the Walter Camp, the Unitas, the O'Brien and Manning Awards, and was the AP College Football Player of the Year.
All right, on the clock.
Started Arizona State, started 3 seasons there, 2 in Baton Rouge. So he's 23 years old with lots of experience.
Let's see. This is the big one. This is the big one. Let's see if we get any trades here.
Same way, I had no questions after I called CJ Stroud at Ohio State. I got the same feeling about him. And people down at LSU will tell you that the amount of time that this young man put in the day he stepped foot on campus.
Yep.
The amount of investment that he made in his
on the clock.
Go ahead and be able to be consistent with this football team, to not back away from any talent. As a matter of fact, he ran forward every single challenge that was put his way at LSU. And it's
All right.
Itself, not by accident. And in having a season where he was number 1 in total QPR, number 2 in QPR in the pocket, number 1 in QPR outside the pocket. He's a guy who can just absolutely touch your heart out with his legs. And guess what? He's still a work in progress. So now, again, Cliff Kingsbury, offensive coordinator in Washington, you're up now.
6'3.5". Nice size.
Adam Peters, make sure he's protected. Adam Peters, make sure you get him weapons. Defense, play your part. Magic Johnson, all the owners down there in Washington, Josh Harris, make sure you support him. No whispering about we could have had someone else, or maybe we weren't someone else. Pour into him the same way he's going to pour into your organization, and you'll get it back tenfold.
I had a chance to visit with him, and I talked to him. What was the difference between year 1 and year 2 at LSU? He talked about the consistency. The first time since high school, he had the same offensive coordinator, the same group of receivers, the same coaches, and we saw the active rise that he had from year 1 to year 2 winning the Heisman Trophy. LSU used artificial intelligence to help him. The process, he's an elite processor along the lines.
Still on the clock.
To process information, to deliver the football.
All right. Well, possibly they're still entertaining. We'll have to wait and see. Still entertaining, maybe trade. We'll have to wait and see. But Patriots are still on the clock. So the pick is not in. There's not a trade yet. So we'll have to wait and see. But you would think if there was a trade, it probably might have happened by now. But so it looks like, and if that winds up happening, I can't blame the Patriots. I mean, whoever they're taking, I guess May. So if they want to take a May, I can't blame them. I mean, with Mac Daddy Jones and Zappy, and they need a quarterback. I'm not sure if Drake May is going to wind up being next Tom Brady or not, like after the Patriots, but I can't blame them. Yeah, they're in a position. They're pick number 3. They're in a position to get themselves a very good quarterback. I don't blame them. If the Patriots don't trade and they take Drake May. Yep, Drake May. There you go. So, all right, so no trade. Or maybe they tried to call up and trade, but maybe it was too rich. Who knows? But so you got Williams, you got Daniels, and you got Drake May. So, boom. 1, 2, 3. Quarterback. No trades. Now, let's see number 4. Because the Cardinals are now on the clock. Okay, Cardinals are on the clock. And the pick is in. Cardinals are on the clock. And let's see if anybody calls up to try to trade with the Cardinals. Drake May.
But I was told there is a 0 chance that they are moving out of that slot. They are going to take their quarterback in the future. That being Malachi Bird.
I would go Drake May. Drake May to me going into this year is thought he could challenge Caleb Williams.
Drake May.
He was his offensive coordinator and then that Josh Downs, a player at 94 Texas, or Drake May that year. He was on to the Indianapolis Colts, right? Think about late season. That's Walker's back, right?
All right, well, can't blame him.
NCAA top receiver. Yeah, against Virginia, NC State, Clemson, Miami, where you say, what? He wasn't as accurate. He wasn't as precise. He was missing receivers. He was stretching receivers better with just a poorly thrown ball. But the talent, he's 21 years of age.
Can't blame him. All right, so let's see if there's a trade here.
Comes together for Drake May. He can become a franchise quarterback in the NFL.
Drake May, perhaps JJ McCarthy, another.
Does anybody want to trade up to the Cardinals, the number 4, and take McCarthy? Because if there's a trade up for McCarthy, it's a trade up to the Cardinals at 4. Probably got to be for McCarthy. So.
The New England Patriots select Drake May, quarterback, North Carolina.
And so after all of the speculation, it is going almost exactly as had been projected. Drake May in Carolina succeeded Sam Howell, started 26 games.
All right, there you go.
He grew up in Charlotte, threw for over 8,000 yards, accounted for 79 touchdowns.
Hey, Dunze shook his hand.
Can't get it right. They got a coach and they can't just hang him out to dry like they did Mac Jones. This organization, the organization has that fault. Drake May, 21 years of age, he's still.
Let's see here.
6'4.5", 223 pounds.
Still on the clock.
When he gets in a rhythm, he can pick you apart. Now sometimes he doesn't always get in that rhythm. He runs a little hot and cold at times. I talked about some of that inconsistency with accuracy and precise pass. He was like a pitcher guy. Didn't always have his best stuff late in the year. Funny, he didn't get a lot of help. As I said, that new coordinator, but not having that Josh Downs type security blanket that he had 2 years ago. If you sit him for a little bit, you force him into play. I think he needs to sit, watch, and learn for at least 5 to 7 games. Drake May, like I said, only 21, in a very athletic family. He wants to be great. The mobility he has. He drew comparisons to Justin Herbert going into the year. Justin Herbert had some struggles at times that final year in Oregon. Certainly got to go to a hook in the NFL. Trying to finish things off in those final couple minutes. Drake May could be, like the Josh Allen comparisons exaggerated. I would go more than Justin Herbert. Drake May, still a guy you cannot underestimate. Talent guys, and he's got enormous ability and a work ethic second to none.
All right. Well, we got the Cardinals.
What he needs to do next. Address the offensive line, address the wide receiver position. You cannot put your young quarterback behind the offensive line.
Cardinals still on the clock.
That massive pass block win rate last year.
Cardinals on the clock. 4 minutes. All right. See what we got here.
That can't happen. You have to build it up around him now. You got your guy. Build it up around him.
4:40. So.
The Patriots are trying to rebuild their dynasty.
So.
What went through your mind when you got the call that you would be joining one of the most successful teams in NFL history?
I'm saying, so now they're the Cardinals are a very, very interesting pick here. Because you keep hearing all the stuff about teams wanting to trade up and all that stuff. So this would be a good spot. I mean, if somebody likes McCarthy to trade up, like especially like maybe the Vikings, to trade up and maybe grab a McCarthy at number 4, that would be huge, right? But if there is no trade, right, this is going to start to run quite possibly on the wide receivers. Who do they take? Right.
He was the 199th pick in the draft the year he came out. Mac Jones just a few years ago. They detailed the up and downs that they've seen there. We'll see if this is the next era of Patriots football. So now the first spot of the night, the Arizona Cardinals, a place that perhaps they trade out.
350 months.
For Adam Schefter, what should we expect?
Well, you remember last year when the Arizona Cardinals bounced all around the first round. That's not going to be the case. This year, they're going to stick at number 4. And 20 years and 1 day ago, they drafted a wide receiver who turned out to be a Hall of Fame receiver in Larry Fitzgerald. Now they get the chance to go after
Marvin Harrison Jr., maybe. Yep, there you go. Marvin Harrison Jr. All right, so the So the run on the receivers. So now this is there we go, number 5. What are the Chargers doing? Interesting. They go offensive lineman, or they're going to take they're going to take a receiver. Very interesting, because you know that without question, you know Harbaugh likes to run the ball. So if they were to take an offensive line like Alt, maybe, right? I wouldn't be surprised at all. You know, so now they'll help run the ball, but they'll help keep Herbert upright. This is pretty important. So now obviously you got Neighbors left, and you got Dunzier. So if they take a quarterback, if they take a wide receiver, they take one of the other. Only leaves one left for the Giants. So we'll have to wait and see. But on the clock, baby.
Marvin Harrison Jr. was built for these moments. He's built for that kind of responsibility. And think about it this year. He had a higher per catch average rate and matching production with some part quarterback play. He's a stud.
I can see the commissioner starting to make his way up the tunnel here again. The Cardinals.
Pick is in. Marvin Harrison Jr. All right, here we go. Fourth pick. Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, once again, you can't blame them. You can't blame them at all for picking Marvin Harrison Jr. Right? Kyler Murray, give him somebody to throw the football to. You can't blame them at all. I mean, it's just, just an absolute stud of a wide receiver. Can't blame him. So here we go. Let's see. Are the Chargers turning the card in really fast, or what do we got here? They're still on the clock. Well, the teams are really dragging this out here. Nobody's like running right up to the podium with that, right? I mean, it's like everybody's going like 7-8 minutes. So. But the thing is, like with the Chargers, if the Chargers were, because they gave up Keenan Williams, I think, and Allen. So Herbert needs somebody to throw the football to too, as well. So Herbert could use probably maybe an offensive lineman for the running game to keep Herbert upright. But then again, the same thing with the Chargers. They could use a wide receiver as well too for Herbert to throw the football to. So if the Chargers take a wide receiver, you can't blame them there either. So.
Well, no one knows that better than Booker. You played with his dad.
Yeah, I played with dad. And so, what can you learn from father to son? I saw the traits of senior every day in practice.
Go to latest.
And so, can you pass those traits on down to your son? How to play the position?
Still on the clock.
Go over the shoulder, make the catch, have the eye and the hand coordination to track the football. Marvin Senior used to come out to practice and make this catch every single day at practice. Getting the feet in, making sure the body control, making sure you got both feet in bounds, the eye, catching the football. Like father, like son. Doesn't have the quarterback play. Put the ball up, I'll go get it. I'll be able to track the football over the shoulder, have really good body control, give myself enough room to the outside where the quarterback can complete the football, track it, get both feet in down. Get those conversations at the dinner table didn't rub off, all those conversations out on the playground. And then that's not the only thing, Reed. Understand this. When you play receiver, you have to be able to understand how to get the ball. It's not always going to be perfect. The body control, how to contort your body to make sure that you're giving your quarterback the proper angle and the proper target to throw the football. CJ Stroud, look at that. I'm going to make sure you got enough room within the ability to contort my body, catch the football, get both feet in bounds, The conversations that we saw from senior and I saw every day in practice, we passed down to junior, they're getting a really good receiver.
And just think about the body type you're getting in there.
Yeah.
A guy who's he's pushing 6'4", 212 plus.
Wow, 6'4". Unbelievable. 1 o'clock. Let's see what we got here. They're picking yet or no? What do we got? Still on the clock.
Thank you. Marvin, one of the most talented wide receiver classes
There we go.
in NFL draft history, and your name was called first. How much pride do you feel in this moment?
I'm just super blessed to be here, really. I mean, like you said, there's a lot of great receivers in this draft class. That's an honor to be first. We're going to put that work in now.
A career in the NFL was written in your bloodline, but how important is it for you to create your own legacy in this league?
Yeah, I'm still trying to be my best self, to be the best person, be the best player I can be, and whatever happens from there.
All right, Maserati Marv and Arizona, congratulations.
Maserati Marv.
Actually, the second straight year they've taken an Ohio State player in the first round. These are Paris Johnson, last year's 6th overall, and he joins this
All right.
list of players drafted in the first round. His dads are Pro Football Hall of Famers. So far, our pick-to-trade ratio is 4-0. We'll see if that changes next. It's the NFL Draft on ESPN.
All right. Oh, here we go. Still on the clock. I'm trying to refresh this here. See if still on the clock. So 1 o'clock. I got like 2 minutes left. So it's going to be interesting to see. I wanted, even if the Chargers didn't make a trade or not, it's interesting to see because now with Harbaugh, obviously in charge, I always wanted to see, what's he thinking? Is he thinking number 76 from Notre Dame, Mr. Alt? Or is he thinking one of these wide receivers? Or is he, who knows? Is he thinking somebody else? Who knows? But it would be nice if they took Alt, because then the Giants would have their choice of either obviously Neighbors or Dunzier. Instead of like they take Neighbors and the Giants are stuck with, I don't want to say stuck with the Dunzier, or if they take a Dunzier and the Giants are stuck with, not stuck once again with Neighbors, but it would be nice if the Giants had their choice of which wide receiver they wanted.
That boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why I'm one little shoes just for men.
Still on the clock. They're really dragging this out. I mean, there's not much more, like about a minute left to go. Yeah. So. Still on the clock. Huh?
You playing me fine. I'm trying to protect us. The only way to do that is to settle the debt with Judah. What do you want?
Any last words?
The Shine. New episodes coming soon. Visit ParamountPlus.com/The Shine to get 50%.
Up. Joe Walt. All right. Good. Giants get their choice. Neighbors are doing this. So now we'll know who they prefer. This is good. They took Alt. Yes. Very, very good. Fantastic. Good. And once again, you can't blame the Chargers for taking an offensive lineman. They're possibly the best offensive lineman in the draft. It's going to help with their running game. It's going to help keep Herbert upright. So, a little shocked because, they did have to let go a bunch of wide receivers. Really good wide receivers. So, but this is Harbaugh football, running the football, right? We run the ball to set up the pass. So that's Harbaugh. So, can't blame him. But now, here we go, baby. Here we go. Just kind of weird. Obviously, you can't get all this excitement and everything like that. And so, not one trade so far.
We also should point out that in recent weeks, both the Patriots and Vikings called the Chargers to see if they had any interest in trading Justin Herbert. The Chargers told them absolutely not. They're holding on to him, and they're making the pick now.
There we go. Joe Alt. There we go. Yep. Yep. I would take the wide receiver. Let's see what. I mean, I would take the wide receiver. Right. So we'll have to wait and see. 5th pick, Joe Alt, tackle, Notre Dame. That's good. That's good. That's really, really good.
The Los Angeles Chargers select Joe Alt, tackle, Notre Dame.
Yes, very good. Very, very good. Love it, love it, love it. So now the Giants, once again, have their pick. I'll be the one. They got McCarthy. They can trade back if they. I don't know if they're going to trade back or they take their picks, or they take their pick of wide receivers. What the? 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's also outdone Batman, which is his father. John Alt was the 21st pick in round 1 to Kansas City in 1984 and is in the Chiefs Hall of Fame. Now Joe Alt is headed to Los Angeles.
Yeah, the first thing you notice about him, Greedy, is the size. That is 6'8", 320 pounds. That is
6'8". Alt, 6'8". Holy cow.
Can they move? Can they make easy movers?
6'8" and a half. Holy cow. He's almost 6'9".
Move man against their will. That's the number one job of an offensive lineman. Protect the quarterback and move guys against their will. But what does that 6'8" frame do? We've seen the great pass rushers in the National Football League. That length, that arm length, the ability.
Yeah, his arm length, my God. Unbelievable.
Can he move at 6'8"? Ran 5 back and forth. That's faster than some defensive linemen. They were 50 pounds lighter. So he had the athleticism to climb to the second level, to get and go get those linebackers. And last,
man.
Not least, when you're an offensive lineman in the National Football League, you better be that, because things aren't always going to be perfect in this league. You better be able to knock somebody's block off at 6'8", 320. He can do it. He's still growing. He started out playing quarterback.
Wow. Wow. Oh, he's not. Oh, that's right. He's not in the green room. He's not in the green room. What a huge, huge guy. All right, what we got with the Giants here? Still on the clock? Still on the clock. 6'8" and a half. Holy cow. Man, he's a big dude. Wow. You can't blame the Chargers for that either. You can't blame that at all. But I say, but now this is great for the Giants. This is really, really great.
Meanwhile, let's all just stop and take a breath, because we have reached a critical moment in this draft right now. We wondered, would the New York Giants, if they wanted to make a change at quarterback, do they want to move on from Daniel Jones? Would they have to trade up in order to do
J.J. McCarthy. I don't know.
They would not have to. Are we about to
Neighbors. All right. Okay. Neighbors. Neighbors.
But they also know that they need wide receiver help. They need offensive playmakers. And that seems to be the direction they've gone in recent days, leaning more towards the wide receiver. As much as they like J.J. McCarthy.
Get the hell out of here, dude.
It sounds like they're going to go in a different direction. The league neighbors was on the board.
Yeah, I don't even want to listen to that freaking moron. The people are telling them what the picks are. I mean, get the heck out of here. Adam Schefter. Oh yeah, I know what's going on. Get the heck out of here, dude. You don't know jack. Get the hell out of here, freaking moron. All right, NAB. All right, here we go. Neighbors, it is.
Hasn't worked out. You can't continue to work with that mindset thinking, I can just always build up around it and then get the quarterback later. If you think that guy on the screen is a franchise quarterback, then you go ahead and you absolutely take him. If you don't, then move on. If it's wide receiver, that guy on your screen is an absolute beast. So you can't go wrong, but don't tell me that you can't franchise
You got no Daniel Jones. You can't get out the try. Romo Dunze is a special player. Malik Neighbors, if you're taking the air apparent, Daniel Jones has no shot. Booker, what would you do if you're the Giants? We told the biggest in by on-season commission again. We have him on now. There he is. He's not just appearing.
To answer your question, it's really simple. I'm taking Malik Neighbors. He's the most explosive player at the receiver position in the draft, and the Giants receivers absolutely stink.
Here it comes.
Here we go, baby.
With the sixth pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Malik Neighbors, wide receiver, LSU.
All right, baby.
Wow.
All right.
We thought maybe quarterbacks would go 1, 2, 3,
Very, very good.
4. Instead, J.J. McCarthy.
Wow. I'm a little shocked. I thought they'd take a Dunze, but all right. Huh? So now it looks like the Titans might wind up taking a Dunze. I wonder what I mean, it's one of those things. I wonder what their thinking was. Why did they take Neighbors over Dunze? I mean, obviously, Neighbors is going to be unbelievable. You know, I mean, unbelievable. But I would have thought they would have gone to Dunze, but I mean, it's like OBJ too. So.
Years since Odell Beckham Jr. in 2018. Malik Neighbors, he's your guy, folks, already. You said it was him all the way.
No, I think he's the best receiver in the draft. He's the most explosive guy in the draft. The fastest receiver. No one got more touchdowns from the slot than Malik Neighbors.
But they're talking about nobody caught more touchdowns from the slot than Neighbors. Once again, we got Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot. I mean, unless we're going to go 4 wide, Slayton and then Neighbors in the slot. Then we'll have Hyatt wide, and we got Robinson in the slot. I mean, but so we'll see.
His ability to catch contested balls, his run after the catch, reminds you in some regards like he's Debo-like in that regard. He's just about as tough as they come.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you here, look, when you're talking about Jamar Chase,
So
he has that.
cool.
Look at Jamar, too. Jamar is a three-position player.
We got our number one, got our dog.
Play on the inside. So here on the outside, he's just going to be able to line up and split off the coverage and run through it. How many times have we seen Jamar Chase do that? We see him do it over and over again. Here, you see it right here. Beat the press. You see, he's splitting corners, coverage is senseless. Right there. Or cover 2 coverage. He'll just run right between his other team and run between those slices, and then it's all over. Explosive after the catch. Can you turn the short 5-yard pass into the explosive plus 20-yard play? Well, Malik, if you've ever been up close to him, you see he has a running back type of body. He doesn't have an ounce of fat on him. This is one of the best plays that we've seen in recent memory as far as Jamar Chase. Watch how many people he avoids on this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, and then he just runs away from him. He's running away from top quality NFL defenders. And so when you have that kind of ability, hey, I can see why the Giants would go up and get him. And then elite body control and great hands. You want to talk about fight scripts? Absolutely. He will snatch it down. Jamar had some issues.
Well, they're comparing him to Jamar Chase, so.
He made those kind of surface highlight jumps all the time.
All right.
This kid is complete. Now the question is this. Can you get the ball to him? Can you protect Daniel?
Yep. Can you get the ball to him? Can you protect him?
Part of the problem that's going on with New York. They have other things to fix, and they better fix them. Otherwise, it's not going to matter what Malik Davis does.
Subway, Molly.
Malik, another talented wide receiver from LSU joins.
All right, we got, Latham. Wow, okay. They took Latham, won a tackle. All right, can't blame it. Yeah, you're taking a really good tackle. Can't blame him there. Now it'd be interesting to see her with the Falcons. What's he got here?
Coaches, all the legacy they made them
name Malik who Malik is. So LSU, so to have that in my jacket, it means a lot.
All right, congratulations, Malik. You guys are looking at Daniel Jones's new favorite target. He's going to New York Giants.
He's the second LSU player drafted in round 1 by the Giants. The other,
OBJ.
Odell Beckham Jr. 10 years ago. The Titans are on the clock.
10 years ago. Man, that's unbelievable. Been 10 years ago they drafted OBJ. 2014. Wow. All right, so the Titans took a tackle. Cool. All right, so you got the Falcons are on the clock. Interesting to see also when's the first defensive player going to go?
We protect all your vehicles here. But hey, nothing wrong with taking it to the boss.
Oh, well, you're gonna take that? Why would that concern me? Because you're aren't you the?
Huh? We never actually discussed hierarchy.
Okay, why don't we just stick to letting Dave know how much you can save when you bundle his home or auto with his boat or RV?
Wait, I thought Jimmy was boss.
I leave at 6:15 a.m. and the dashboard comes up and says Blue Cruise is available, and I just sit back hands-free. That's it.
Blue Cruise is on.
Anytime that I want to change lanes, I just simply touch the directional, and that's it. It was very easy to learn. It is something that I use every day.
The worst part of my day is work, and the best part is driving to and from work.
Let's see what we got here. Still on the clock.
Number 1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power brings you the Select Cut blower, built to exceed the power of gas. Customize the cut with Ego's revolutionary dual blade cutting system with 3 interchangeable blades. Featuring Ego's patented lithium battery technology, it cuts for over an hour on a single charge. And Touch Drive self-propel technology makes it effortless. The Ego Power Plus Select Cut blower, exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers. Are you the Bud Light Genie? What's next? Bud Lights? I'm a genie!
Gemini.
I'm a genie!
Postman. Wendy's fries are always hot and crispy. So Toby says every day is now
Friday, Tuesday,
Friday.
Wednesday,
Friday.
Get the fries other fries wish they could be. Wendy's hot.
All right, so now you got all the, Dunze is still out there. Is McCarthy, all of that, and a bag of chips. Is he gonna make it to the Vikings at 11? Is the maybe the Raiders or the Broncos maybe gonna try to jump up and grab him? Is McCarthy all of that? Is he gonna make it to those guys? Is he gonna make it past those guys? You keep hearing stuff about maybe Penix is gonna go in the first round. Wait and see. I heard there might be like up to 5 quarterbacks maybe taken in the first round. So we'll have to wait and see. But at least the Giants now we got Slayton, might be his last year. But we got Hodgins, right? Don't forget about Bryce Ford Wheaton. So the best available is Dunze, Bowers, Dallas Turner, Fatuno, Latham. Latham's gone already. They got Latham. We got Robinson, right? We got Hyatt. Now we got Neighbors. So we got our 3 wide receivers. So we got our number 1 wide receiver, hopefully for years to come. So good.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select J.C. Latham, tackle, Alabama.
Good old.
By the way, he was a sprinter in high school when he was already 6'6" and weighed 300 pounds.
Wow.
Wisconsin, 5 five-star recruit.
It's a big dude, Latham. Jeez.
Eighth grade, started 27 games at right tackle for Alabama. Also played a little guard.
You have to see Peter Skoronski, right? Last year guard. Now you have both tackles, left tackle and right tackle, are in need areas for the Tennessee Titans. The home runners are not counted quite well. But a lot of hits.
6'5", almost 6'6", 342. Wow.
6'5", they have 342. Doesn't tell the story. He's got the longest arms anybody will come across. He's got massive hands, huge hands, guys. And he will destroy you at the point of attack as a run blocker. Now, his timing of his offensive line was off this year. Look at that, setting the protections, things like that. Though, when some people blame J.C. Latham, but it wasn't his fault. This kid has to come down on the penalty like Tyler Smith has done with Dallas. That comes with coaching. The O-line coaches of these teams, but J.C. Latham blamed for things that were not true. He played 3 games and had a little hiccup. Straight out, he had a horrible game.
Hey, I know what game you're talking about. You're talking about the Michigan game. He was facing a shutout until that last play. And let me tell you this. I wish I could show you my notes on my iPad that I wrote down for this guy, but it's not suitable for that TV. This guy
On the clock. Falcons still on the clock.
When he put his hands on you, it was over. He took Texas A&M defensive line, and he just went one by one. It was just ragdolling people. Tennessee, same thing. I mean, with head sets, flexibility, redirect, run game, combo blocks, pull around the edge at 6'5" and 340 pounds. Unbelievable athlete. Unbelievable.
All right, so the eighth pick is up next. That's the Atlanta Falcons, and Shefty is with us here with news. Shefty.
Brady here, it might be the stunning pick of round 1. The Atlanta Falcons, despite signing Kirk Cousins, are considering a quarterback at number 8. Right now, J.J. McCarthy.
Dude, I don't even want to listen to this guy. Everybody's telling him what the pick is, so he comes on and tells him, "Get the heck out of here, dude."
We'll see if they go ahead and make the first stunning pick of tonight.
We'll find that out in just a moment. First, let's go back down to the stage. Sunlight and Molly.
Thank you, JC. There's a rich history of Alabama offensive linemen, and how surreal is it to add to that legacy?
You know, I mean, it's amazing.
You got Adam Schefter coming on. People are telling him what the pick is, and he comes on. Adam, what are you hearing, Adam? Oh, I know what the pick is. Yeah, so get the heck out of here, dude. Heck out of here. I can't stand that guy. He took Michael Penix Jr. There you go. Penix. Wow. So now, I tell you that with the Bears, man, I'll tell you what. They got Odunze. What do you can take? Bowers. Wow. Yeah, well, it's because they told them what the pick is. So get the out of here. That guy's a get the. I can't stand Adam Schefter. They're telling him what the pick is, and then he comes on. Oh, let me. I'm going to possibly here. Get the out of here, dude. I can't stand Adam Schefter, little douche. So they took Penix. Wow. They're taking Penix. Wow. Falcons taking Penix. Wow. That's a hope the guy can stay healthy for him.
They need pass rush. If they don't address the pass rush now, when are they going to do it? Especially with the top edge guy, whoever it is in their mind.
Yeah.
Right now. This would be an interesting one, especially considering.
Yeah, they should have took maybe Dallas Turner or somebody like that.
Right there, right now.
Yeah.
Right there. Now, maybe they feel so.
Yep.
Maybe trending.
All right, so now the Bears.
But man, they go ahead and go quarterback right now. Understand that first pick essentially doesn't help you go ahead and really try and put a stranglehold, so to speak, on the South and really see if you can dethrone the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and be that team that makes that big leap. Because there's so many things that are set up so good for them. I thought they have had a fantastic year, starting with the hiring of Rodney Moore and the way he has constructed that staff. This would absolutely.
Pick is in. Michael Penix. Yep. Passing on a Dunze, too. Wow.
I can illustrate it for you. The defense has only 81 sacks in the last 3 years. That is the fewest in the NFL. Their last play with double-digit sacks was Vic Beasley, as you mentioned, in 2016. So the defense is where they desperately need the help. Again, Adam Schefter's telling us to expect a quarterback to go here. J.J. McCarthy is on the board. Michael Penix Jr. is on the board. Bo Nix is on the board.
Especially going quarterback 3.
Wow.
You pay Kirk Cousins $2 million guaranteed.
Let's see if the stunner is about to take place. Here comes Roger Goodell.
Yeah, they just took Kirk Cousins, too. I mean, wow. Wow. Shocking. Wow. Wow.
Wow. So the first stunner, I love that. Wow.
It's right. I'm just saying, from a stunner perspective, I love
Whoo, man. Penix. They got Cousins and they take Penix. Wow. Dunzier's there. They don't need Bowers because they got themselves a tight end, but Dunzier's there. All the defensive players are there and everything like that. Wow, and they take a quarterback. Wow. Well, the thing is with them is at least they can, without question, they got Cousins there. They have Penix sit behind Cousins. The guy don't have to worry about putting the guy on the field day one or nothing like that. So, all right. Well, there's always shockers, especially in the first round, and a lot of times, sometimes there's multiple shockers. So this would be shocker number 1, especially with the guy's injury history. So there's no question the guy's got the talent, but I mean they got Kirk Cousins, got injury history. So 2 torn ACLs.
When he went to Washington in 2 years, he was 25-3. He threw for over 9,500 yards and 67 touchdowns. He was runner-up for the Heisman last year. So the talent is unquestioned now. It is the injury history that was the concern.
Injury here. The Bears pick is in. Who do the Bears take here? Who do the Bears take? They took a Dunzier. But it's still on the clock. It says the Bears pick is in. On the clock. Oh, it must be it. Okay. It updated. Okay. They took. Oh, come on. Huh? Dunzier, there you go. So I tell you what, man, you can't blame the Bears there at all. They got Caleb Williams and they took a Dunzier. Wow. Not bad. The Bears got themselves a nice little haul. I don't know if they have a second round pick or a third. They may not have a third round pick or whatever it is, but they got Caleb Williams and they got somebody to throw the ball to. But the Bears now got themselves some weapons, so the Bears can, it's going to be interesting to see how well Caleb Williams does right off the bat. Do they put him in week 1? Do they have him sit for, I don't know if they're going to have him sit, but, you take the guy number 1 overall. But he's got some weapons. So especially the Bear, in that division, you need some weapons. And the Bears have certainly upgraded their offense, without question. So, all right, so we got now next here. So we got the Jets. So, okay, there you go. Jets take Brock Bowers. I would be shocked if they took somebody else. Oh, shut the up. I can't stand this Schefter dude. Like the guy knows everything. Like they're telling him what the picks are and everything like that. And then the guy can't stand Adam Schefter. I mean, all right, so what do we got? I'll tell you what, I would be shocked if the Jets didn't take Bowers. Give Aaron Rodgers another weapon to throw the ball to. The only thing I could see would be with the Jets or me. I mean, they got such a good defense. I'd be shocked if they were taking Somewhere along the line, the first defensive player's got to come off the board. But the defense the Jets have, I'd be shocked if they, did that. Took a defensive player. But the thing is now it's like, the Jets, they've always had a problem, with their offensive line. And the biggest thing is, can they take, they're going to draft maybe a lineman to help keep Rodgers upright. Also would help Breece Hall, the running game as well, too. Or do they take Bowers? I mean, because then they got a couple of wide receivers. They got Breece Hall. They got a quarterback. If they take Brock Bowers, they got themselves some freaking weapons, boy. Watch out for the Jets if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy. That is, of course. So. Well, could be interesting to see. You follow the two careers of Odunze and Neighbors and see, see how because the Giants could add either one. So, I think possibly, like if you wind up looking, I don't know, Neighbors maybe with his separation skill is a little bit better. It seems like maybe Dable seems to like that, guys that can get some separation. So, but the guy's got the outside, he's got the height, contested catch, and everything like that. So I guess maybe, I don't know. Seems like Dable doesn't seem to like that contested catch kind of thing. Just you run down there, we'll just throw it up and you catch it. He doesn't seem like. So. Here we go. We got a trade. Shit. I can't stand Adam Schefter. I absolutely can't stand that freaking moron. Anything he's got to say, I don't want to hear a damn thing the guy's got to say. So we got a trade. So they traded up to number 10. So they traded with the Jets. Interesting. I guess they're worried about maybe somebody trading with the Jets. So the Vikings are on the clock now. So they swapped with the Jets. They went from 11 to 10. I don't know. I guess quite possibly maybe they're thinking about maybe taking J.J. McCarthy. Maybe they're worried that either the Broncos or the Raiders might jump in front of them, take McCarthy. I'll tell you what, you got 5 quarterbacks being taken in the top 10 picks. That would be holy cow. But once again, you don't know. You have to wait and see. But
quarterback Caleb Williams just last week. How excited are you to play with him?
I'm thrilled. I got to watch him play from across the sideline, and I know how special he is. So I'm so excited to get to work from day one.
All right, so go to latest. J.J. McCarthy. Yep. So now the Jets are on the clock. So they took So 5 quarterbacks in the top 10 picks. Wow. So they got J.J. McCarthy, and they're talking to Rome Odunze on seems like a real quality guy. But so it'd be interesting to follow his career. But so McCarthy going to the Vikings at number 10. So I guess they traded with the Jets because they didn't want anybody, because the Jets ain't taking a quarterback. I'd be shocked if they took a quarterback. So basically the Vikings traded up with the Jets just to secure their quarterback. The Jets trade back one spot, pick up a little extra draft capital. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to get, but get a little extra draft capital, and they can still take Brock Bowers. I'd be shocked if they didn't take Brock Bowers. But wow, 5 quarterbacks in the top 10 picks. Holy cow. And there's a good chance out of those 5, probably at least 2 or 3 of them are going to be busts. So we'll just have to wait and see. But 5 quarterbacks, and they still know what he got. The Giants got to start looking now, right? Maybe the Rattler, Bo Nix, right? We'll have to wait and see. Certainly does not mean, without question, the Giants are going to take a quarterback, but we'll have to wait and see. So the Jets are on the clock. Still on the clock? Jets still on the clock, yeah. Number 11.
AT&T just sent me a heads up on the best plan for me. That's cool. They know what a pro wants.
Now in PFF it says that the Jets can use a wide receiver. Now the guy from the other wide receiver from LSU is still out there. It says they could use a tackle. There's a tackle out there. A defensive lineman out there, and a safety. They're not picking a safety in the first round. But I'd be shocked if they didn't take Brock Bowers. I mean, I think that would be a great pick for the Jets.
That's not true. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Burrito, only at Taco Bell. Catch all your favorite off-season content on NFL Plus Premium. Stream exclusive off-season coverage from the NFL Draft, free agency, and more. Relive the biggest plays of the season with full and condensed game replays. Stay connected with the offseason with 24/7 football news and coverage on NFL Network. Don't miss any of the offseason action. Access NFL Plus Premium today on the NFL app.
So the thing is here, because now you got the Broncos, you got the Raiders, and now there's no quarterbacks left. So, but with both those teams, it says PFF says the Raiders need a quarterback, a running back, a tackle, a guard, a center, a defensive lineman, linebacker, and cornerback. So they need like everybody. So. Wow, the Vikings have never taken a quarterback in the top 10. Wow. So, well, it's all going to change. So, 5 quarterbacks taken in the top.
Here's the Minnesota Vikings team. I talk about the division every year. You cannot be fourth unless you get some luck or you get some bad luck and bad fortune. Then Pittsburgh got in. Why? Because Joe Burrow got hurt and Deshaun Watson got hurt. Have to go out and change their quarterbacks. They knew they can't be fourth. If you're in Minnesota, you see Jordan Love emerging as a star. Jaylen Waddle is coming to the division. You got Jared Goff in the division. You better keep up with the team in that division and get yourself somebody. If Sam Darnold can be the bridge, now then, if Sam Darnold emerges, it's a win-win, right? He has great hope, 26. JJ's only 21. JJ needed that bridge quarterback, and he's got it with Sam Darnold.
And we came into this draft wondering, when was Minnesota going to make their move? They had 11, they got 23 from Houston. When were they going to make their move? They didn't sign Kirk Cousins back, so we knew based on that and those two things, they were going to get a quarterback. Which quarterback was identified? Either way, Kevin O'Connell.
Jets picking yet? Nope, still on the clock. Here comes the pick. J.J. McCarthy. Wow. Huh.
To help make the Minnesota Vikings selection, we are honored to have with us the surviving mother, brothers, and nephew of fallen hero, United States Army Sergeant Zachary Ewing. Zachary died after battling cancer. The cancer was discovered after he was injured during his second deployment to Iraq. We salute him and thank his family and TAPS, the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, which offers care to those grieving the loss of a military loved one. I'm now going to turn this over to Sergeant Ewing's nephew, Asher, who will announce the pick in honor of his uncle.
With the 10th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select
J.J. McCarthy. There you go. There it is. 5 quarterbacks in the top 10 picks. Unbelievable. Simply amazing. All right.
That impresses him the most about Kevin O'Connell and his system is that they provide
All right. Ooh. So let's see here. I would be shocked if the Jets don't take back. Oh wow. Oh, they took Fashanu, the tackle. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I can't blame them there. Want to get somebody that can keep Rodgers upright. I mean, wow. They got Brock Bowers was there, another weapon for Rodgers. But I mean, I can't blame them. You gotta get some guys. I mean, they brought some guys in like Smith, but I mean, he's a phenomenal tackle, but he's always injured. So I can't blame them for drafting an offensive lineman. Can't blame them. So now they got themselves maybe they're starting left tackle for the next 10 years or so. And once again, can't blame them. The Jets could, if they wanted to, obviously in the second round or so, they can certainly grab a wide receiver or something like that. They want to, obviously beef up the receiving core. But so I can't blame them. Can't blame them. All right, who's on the clock now? Who we got? The Broncos. Well, it looks like the Broncos wanted a quarterback in the worst way, but I am shocked. 5 quarterbacks. Wow. Surprised Penix went up that high.
In the semifinal game against TCU, he takes 6 there. He'll pick before the half against Maryland. He got back into that game, right? But overall, 27-1 at the starter. Maybe J.J. McCarthy overdrafted. And I'll tell you what this does. It helps one quarterback Bo Nix. You're now Bo Nix. There's a gap between Bo Nix, even though I haven't done a lot a little bit. Bo Nix to Spencer Rattler is a gap. So if you want to get a potential starting quarterback, he has similarities in some ways.
Yeah. So, that's true. So, what they were saying, Bo Nix might wind up getting overdrafted. All right, so the Broncos are on the clock. All right, here we go. The Jets pick is in. Here we go. Jets getting the offensive lineman for Shanu. Fashanu? I thought it was for Shanu.
directly before your eyes. He started 21 games for the Nittany Lions without just one sack. He was the teammate at Exactly College High School in DC of Caleb Williams, who went #1 tonight. Now Olu Fashanu goes to the Jets.
Fashanu. Okay, it is Fashanu. I thought it was Fashanu. Shows you how much I know. Fashanu. All right. All right, well, we're going to see. Do the Giants, what do the Giants want to do? Second pick. They got a lot. I mean, for them to trade back, and the Giants for to trade back in their first round, that's all. They got a lot. I mean, it's going to take a lot. So. Fashanu, only 21 years of age. Wow. What a freaking stud. 21 years old. Holy cow. Man, he's a tall dude. Holy cow, they're showing him on TV. Woo.
When you talk about this league now, this is a passing league, and his ability to mirror and stay in front of defensive ends and pass block, to me, he can be second down. He's got football potential at that position.
One sack allowed and 700 pass plays.
Wow, 1 sack and 700 pass plays. Wow. There's only 21. Holy cow. All right, still on the clock. Broncos. Yep. Bo Nix is still sitting there. Bo Nix is sitting there. I'll have to wait and see. Will he get overdrafted? I'll have to wait and see. I'll be back. I got to go. I will be back, though. Let me see. I shall return. Let me go. I'm back, buddy. Good boy.
All these games on DirecTV and no satellite on the roof. Think about this. Blue Jays, Cardinals, Orioles. What's missing? The Indian Hunter? No walnut brain. Pigeons. They'd rather name a team after socks.
This Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear is so soft and so smooth.
Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has weaving perforations that tear so much better for a smooth, more enjoyable gum. Charmin, enjoy the gum. We all bring something different to the table. Things original. We're all original recipes.
I'd rather work on saving for retirement.
College. So you like to get schooled.
There's nothing better than a game. Great tasting Miller Lite. It's less filling Miller Lite. Tastes great.
I never understood this argument. Let it be both. Miller and Miller. I like it.
These two Little Caesars crazy puffs are fun size.
And perfect for cup.
You hear that, Buttercup? We go anywhere. Enjoy Little Caesars racing cups on the go for just $3.99.
It's a pizza.
It's time. Go with you. Part of the past. Celebrations. Forgotten. History. History. years now. Just what happens next. Stanley Cup playoffs continue. ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus.
Welcome back to the 2024 NFL Draft, where we are already seeing 5 quarterbacks going to the top 10 picks. The Denver Broncos are now on the clock with the opportunity to make it 6 quarterbacks, which will tie the all-time NFL record that was set back in the historic draft of 1983.
And it will be literally again. Denver was the 6th quarterback taken that year. He went 27 overall. We are staring at the 12th pick of this draft. So now it is historic. How quickly these quarterbacks have gone off the board, and maybe the next one's here.
Yeah, we're talking, I think the Raiders got to sit their shop and pick number 13, all the quarterbacks to be off the board. They're a division of Mahomes and Herbert, and now we're talking about them running out the series. I said, in fact, when I did the box score, this kid could watch it, go take the time and jump little bit of good praise. I can hear him, the hands on, look like big hands. Oh, it's 6 2, 6 1 and a half. 20 bucks a touchdown, 600 bucks a pot a year. That's a lot of start. So I think go what's up, like it's scary. So we'll see what happens here. Now, the division with the select.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Bo Nix.
Oh, my God.
Selected. Let's talk about Bo Nix. He has played a lot of football. 3 years starting along with transferring nice things like this draft. But already with 45 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. It all includes 60 starts at quarterback as an NCAA record. The previous one was 53. So now he's been in the spotlight forever, and here he comes.
Yeah, Trey May, 21 years of age. J.J. McCarthy, 24 years of age. Michael Baxter, Superman, 24. That's Brady and Bo Nix is 24. Bo Nix is all over. After Nix's father had been the quarterback. The defense is right for the big guy. He gets to see it all. Didn't have to pick up. Yeah, watch this play here. Here, this is one down, touchdown pass. He showed the flashes of brilliance. He goes to Oregon, but the system, flash short passes, he gets in rhythm, and he was dynamic. Think about it. Potato has 61 starts. The completion percentage range from 41 to 80. The accuracy, the arm strength is going to hopefully get better. And get much of a break. Bo Nix doesn't have real good arm strength right now. He's decent and good. It's not great. Drew Brees, that was why he was the first pick in the second round. But his arm strength, it did get better. I think Sean Payton saw a little bit of Brees. I said it a month ago. Brees gave Bo Nix. What did Sean Payton say? Back in 2017, Sean Payton was sitting in the 11th spot, and the Kansas City Chiefs jumped right in front of him and grabbed Patrick Mahomes. He didn't get the chance to draft Patrick Mahomes. Sean Payton feels the same kind of way about
Well, another quarterback overdrafted. Holy cow. Wow. 6 quarterbacks in the top 12 picks. Holy cow. Well, I guess the Broncos wanted to take, grab the quarterback, because I guess if they figured if they weren't, I guess the Raiders were going to take Nix. Wow. We did some overdrafting here. Can you say overdraft? Well, I wish the guy's nothing but the best, but I mean, it's all right. Okay, so who we got now? We got the Raiders, right? Raiders. There you go. Raiders took Bowers. Goes a good pick. Somebody had to take Bowers. So he made it to 13 with the Raiders. So good for him. Now the Saints are on the clock. Now wait, right? We haven't had a defensive player taken yet, right? Right. Yeah. We've had. I mean, Let's see. Unless the Saints maybe take Spencer Rattler, he's a 15th round. Wow. 6 quarterbacks in the top 12 picks. Wow. And the shame of it is that the success rate, right, for hit and miss is at least 3 of those guys won't be any good. Brock Bowers, Raiders, good pick. He's going to be a Raider.
He's the third Georgia player to do that, joining Herschel Walker and our old friend David Pollock. Bowers also won the Mackey Award as the Wizards' best tight end twice. He's the only player ever to do so. He's now the highest drafted tight end since Kyle Pitts went fourth in 2021.
7th highest rated player on the board, ejected at pick number 13. That's what you call value.
6'3", 243. So, but Bowers' height is just a little, but he's special talent. So good yak, man. He's not going to, maybe take it all the way to the house or nothing, but he's very, very good getting yards after the catch. So, I mean, you can't deny him. So, I mean, actually, he went to, he lasted to 13. So that's a good pick for the Raiders there. You can't blame them there at all. They got themselves another weapon. So it's good for them. Good pick. So now we got the Saints. Man, I'm dying to see if somebody takes like Spencer Rattler or somebody like that. I mean, holy cow.
But they have some nice pieces now with Jacoby Myers, Devontae Adams, and Ross Bowers. They still need to find a runner. There are some running backs that are going to provide tremendous value later on in this draft. I'm sure they'll be able to pick one up. But this guy's just a weapon, period. And again, you don't have the trigger guy, then find somebody who can make that trigger guy look a lot better. And this guy will do it. He will own the middle of the field.
Oh, my God. What do we got? Saints still on the clock here. Saints still on the clock. Now it says that the Saints can use an edge rusher or defensive lineman. So this would be a good spot for the first defensive player to come off the board. But I mean, you think about it: 13 picks and not one defensive player has come off the board yet. There's some good defensive players. There's no, I mean, whatever you want to call it. No. Hayden Hutchinson is maybe a Chase Young, something like that. We're at top 5, but I mean, somebody like that. But some good defensive players out there. So 6, holy cow! What they were talking about was they were talking about like the 1983 draft when there were 6 quarterbacks taken off the board, but 3 of them are in the Hall of Fame. So that was a special class. I kind of highly doubt you're going to have 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks taken in this draft here. 6 out of 12, but that's a record. I mean, the thing is that unfortunately, some guys they did some overdrafting here, which is wrong. But I said, especially like with the Broncos, I'm sure they wanted to take quarterback before somebody else, because apparently he wasn't going to be there. Later on. So if the Broncos passed on him, they weren't going to get a quarterback, or they're going to get maybe Milton later on or Rattler or something like that. So apparently they were afraid that somebody else was going to swoop in and grab Nick. So I wish everybody nothing but the best, but they certainly seem like they did some overdrafting here. All right, you got the Saints still. Who we got? Saints on the clock. Saints still on the clock. So,
no one wants to hear it unless you've had spicy pepper sauce on the top and bottom. There's no telling who's behind that door.
Are you even scary?
Worse.
Well, like terrifying.
Oh, the money?
Yes. Don't miss it. Not the case.
Why do these kids forget about us? It's possible the kids are just 2017. Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Can't keep you warm when I'm cold.
Wait, no, I'm always hot.
Sleep Number does that.
Can I make my side softer?
And my side friend, Sleep Number does that. Can I help us sleep better?
Please.
Sleep Number does that. 94% of smart sleepers report better sleep. Sleep better together. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL. Visit sleepnumber.com.
What do we got? You still on the clock? Nope. Wow, Fuago, another offensive player. Wow, another tackle. Well, this class is deep in tackles. So, and the Saints have had a very nice history of taking offensive linemen early in drafts. So.
Is the official home improvement partner of the NFL. That's why the NFL trusts Lowe's for the materials, tools, and equipment needed to build the NFL draft stage.
For a night in Detroit, we are told there were 275,000 football fans that have gathered around this stage.
Wow.
Detroit to witness this.
So 275,000 fans? Holy cow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, so we're going 14 picks. Not one defensive player yet. Wow. Longest streak. It says 13 offensive players. Well, the Saints just took another one, so they've gone 14. That's the longest streak in the first round at any point ever. 14 in a row, offensive players. It's an offensive league. If you need any indication of that, this draft is showing you. I mean, oh yeah. I mean, there's so many, a couple of cornerbacks, edge rushers, defensive linemen, some really good defensive players on the board. Somebody's going to get a real, like maybe, I'll tell you what, the Colts might get themselves a real good pick here at 15 if they take a defensive player. Byron Murphy II. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No Kuiper, he's talking. He's going off there. He's talking about the defensive players that are available. A lot of defensive players. Oh, you're going to become value picks. Yeah, Lato. They're talking about his neck. Injury Lato. Yeah, he'd be gone already. That's a concern. But apparently, you know, he cleared the medicals, but it's still got to be an issue. Yeah. Here comes the commish. Gonna announce another offensive player. Fuaga.
With the 14th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Azeez Ojulari, tackle, Oregon State.
Tackle. The other one. There he is.
One sack allowed the entire career at right tackle for the Beavers. They averaged 6'3" at
wow.
At Oregon State, running behind Fuaga. Now he's got that powerful punch. Now you know that delivering the blow sometimes that is sustainable.
6'5", almost 6'6". Man, these freaking offensive linemen are unbelievable. The size of these guys.
He's going to do this. He's going to just torque you and turn you around and just put you on the ground. He can get up to the second level. He's a guy who's going to get up on linebackers and if he gets set. That's a regular occurrence for him. Putting people on the ground. Quick feet and hands in pass protection. He's going up against Ojulari here. And you can see it. I saw it at the Senior Bowl. He has very, very nimble feet and great punch timing. And if you try and run him down the middle and try and beat him with power, he's just going to anchor down. He's just going to hop. He's going to keep his head back, and you're not going anywhere. This guy is a foundational piece of right tackle. He's a 10-year, 15-year player that's going to be a multiple-time All-Pro because he's just an absolute beast out there. That's a fantastic game.
Good pick. Good pick. Well, it's hard to go wrong with picking an offensive lineman. So good pick for the Saints there. There we go. Colts are still on the clock. I said, man, I mean, there's like a somewhere along the line. Somewhere along the line, it's going to be a run on defensive players. And there's some really good defensive players out there. Wow, we're not even halfway through round one, right? Wow. Getting close. Colts, let's see. Still on the clock. So there's only been one trade so far. And it was like a flip-flop, right? The Vikings jumped up. Can't blame them. So they got a quarterback. So we'll have to wait and see if it's but did they overdraft? We'll have to wait and see. But Colts are on the clock. We're gonna break the streak here with the Colts. Now here according to the Colts, here they need a wide receiver, a cornerback, or a safety. So safety. I'm sorry. That's it. I worry about it. Cornerback. There's some good cornerbacks there, and Thomas, the wide receiver from LSU. Some people say he's even better than Neighbors. So yeah, 17 yards reception. Thomas Jr. 17 touchdown receptions too. Wow. So we'll have to wait and see. Dallas Turner having some Doritos. He's in the green room eating Doritos. Like, good for him. Making me hungry. All right. The Colts still on the clock. Well, they got nothing. I mean, they got to be. Oh, Latu. There you go. Okay. The streak has been snapped. Latu, pick number 15. They got themselves an edge rusher. Good for them. Good for them. Seahawks on the board. Seahawks need a guard, a center, edge, linebacker, and a safety. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, so the streak has been finally snapped. 14 offensive players taken at the start of this finally snapped by Latu. So good pick. Pretty much the top edge rusher in this draft. Can't go wrong with that. The only concern is his neck.
the majority of their time. The pick is in, and we'll have the announcement coming up shortly. They're the first team to take the majority of their time and play some.
Let's go to Adam Schefter. What are you hearing, Adam? Oh, I'm hearing. Get out of here. I absolutely can't stand that douche.
Well, not necessarily debate. Just making sure we're all on the same page. Let's get the guy on the phone. Let's talk to him here a little bit. We're in no rush. We don't need to turn this car into fast before it beats everybody. Let's just take our time, get our guy.
Still waiting for like another trade or something like that. Only been like the one flip, nothing big, major, or nothing like that. I could see you know what? I could see the Eagles. Howie Roseman is that kind of guy. He likes that kind of attention. Yeah, he's only like about 2 foot tall, but he likes that kind of attention. You know what I mean? Look at me, look at me, I'm McGee, I'm Harry Roseman, McGee, look at me. You know, so he likes that kind of attention. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles made like some kind of a trade to jump up and to draft a cornerback. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all because they need some help on their defense. But finally, here we go. Finally, a first defensive player taken. Latu. Finally. He's on the phone right now talking to somebody. He's supposed to be up front.
Huge part of the story. Suffered a serious neck injury while in Washington. Team doctors there would not clear him. They report he had retired.
Wow, there's reports he might have to retire or something like that with his neck injury. And I'll tell you what, I wish the guy nothing but the best, but boy, that's a gamble taking some guy with a neck. I mean, there's one thing like, I don't even hate saying, tear an ACL or maybe a knee or something like that, but a neck, man, I wish him nothing but the best, but boy, that can be a little bit of a gamble. But at least as of right now, the Colts got themselves pretty much like the best edge rusher in this class, so good for them. And it's hard to go wrong taking the best edge rusher in the class. You can never have too many edge rushers.
First move to set the move, the third move, to use your hands, to set up the rush, the fastball, the counter move. He can do it all from a pass rush standpoint. He comes into the
All right, now the Seahawks are on the board. Seahawks still on the clock. Says the Seahawks need a guard, a center, an edge, a linebacker, and a safety. So they need some defensive help. So there's still a ton of defensive players out there. Hey, coming up. Come on, PT, come on. Here goes my cat. There you go. Hey, you're alive. Say hi. Huh? All right, buddy. I'm going to pick you up. I'm sorry. Right over here. There you go. Huh? There you go. Huh? I'll pet you. All right. Still, there's a ton of defensive players out there. It's been a very entertaining draft, especially with those quarterbacks and all the runs on the offensive players and all that. Just like no crazy trades or anything like that. There's just the one flip-flop from 10 to 11. Well, what do you got to say, BT? You're live, pal. Huh? You're live, buddy. What do you got to say? What do you think the Seahawks are going to draft? Huh? What do you think? Huh? Latu. Wow, a couple of years ago, he was told to medically retire. Wow. He's a lucky guy. Let me tell you what, boy. All right, there you go. All right.
pass rusher in this draft.
So my versatility speaks for itself. I can play in the run game. My pass rush repertoire is so big, and I got versatility in coverage as well. So I mean, I'm all around. I'm gonna be a little more durable.
All right, so we got Seahawks will pick it. What do we got?
I appreciate you. Thank you.
And he put it in with a run of offensive players, 14 straight.
Nope. Seahawks still on the clock.
Offensive players taking any point ever in the common draft era. The Seahawks are on the clock. Their pick is next.
Seahawks still got about 3 minutes to go, so they got to be. You're alive, BT. What do you got to say? What do you think the Seahawks are going to take, huh? Huh? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What?
Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. It's a luxury experience. Here's something for the whole family. With the Disney bundle. Parents served in the military. You can join USA.
Yeah, my grandpa did. So I'm already in. But I was talking about your sir.
Oh,
USA for the military community.
half there, half middle.
Let's dive in. What about your back?
It's fine. Before exit. Advil dual action pumps being 2 ways. Advil targets pain.
Still on the clock.
Advil dual action.
What do we got? Seahawks still on the clock.
Never missed a single of my party. You.
You got the Jaguars, you got the Bengals, you got the Rams, you got the Steelers.
No, not you. Or you. You all track business income and expenses with QuickBooks. You pay all your employees easily and accurately. And you have a business bank account with market-leading APY. Get the full picture of your business on one platform.
What we got? Up. There you go. Brian Murphy the second. There. Oh, man. Tell you what, Seahawks got themselves a good defensive lineman there. Murphy the second. There you go. Got him at pick 16. Excellent pick.
No one cares about me. Squash, I care about myself. I'm scared. I'm hopeless. Even when I'm with my friends, I feel alone. I feel like a failure every day.
You should feel like a failure, Saquon. You're with the Eagles. You should feel like a loser.
That's why the NFL is working.
All right, so we got the Jaguars are on the clock. But now we got I guess we got the run on defensive players now, I guess. Some good cornerbacks out there, too. It says the Jaguars here, according to PFF, they need a guard, a center, an edge, a cornerback, and a safety. So, oh, yeah. Let's see. Oops. Oh. All right.
Welcome back to the 2024 NFL Draft, presented by Gridiron Primary. Welcome back to Detroit, where the Seahawks are on the clock for pick number 16 this year's.
Byron Murphy the second. Good pick for the Seahawks. Oops. Yeah, of course, into the Knicks, we're going to lose. So two games to one. I can't stand Philadelphia. So the Sixers won. Sixers probably won the next game too. So it'll probably be 2 games apiece coming back to the Garden. So I knew the Knicks weren't going to win. Shocker there. All right. Let's see here what we got. So on the clock. BT. Hey, nobody. Jaguars on Byron Murphy II. All right, Jaguars. Cowboys, you got the Eagles at 22, Cowboys at 24.
He had an inside guy in Manapite. He had some outside guys. You just wondered, for me, it sounds like defensive line is it inside or outside. That's the question. But he needs upfield push in order to establish what he wants to establish.
The Seahawks and the league is going to make a special presentation for this pick. Here's Alan Roach to explain.
Please direct your attention to the main stage video screens for a special message from United States service members forward station at Oshane Air Base in South Korea.
$48 miles from adversaries.
To defend the freedom of 51 million people.
This is Blitz. Operation Bradberry.
Lawless here at Oshane. Back to you in Detroit.
Whoop. Wow. Wow, the Vikings made another trade. They traded up. It'll be interesting to see. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, they need a lot. They need a cornerback. So the Vikings traded up with the Jaguars. It's a good pick. It's a good pick for the Seahawks. After they don't know who he is, but that's going to be a heck of a pick, I think, for him. It's really going to be a heck of a pick for him. But the Vikings, second trade. They have 2 trades so far, both of them in the Vikings. So they traded from 23 up to number, was it 17? 17. So they traded up for a reason. They traded up because they got somebody in mind. So it'd be interesting to see. They could use a cornerback, so that may not be bad. They can also take a wide receiver, right? Get another one. I mean, if you can get Jefferson and another stud with Thomas, wow. So I'll have to wait and see. I mean, I'll tell you what.
Inside getting to the quarterback. Now his moves have to be redefined. He doesn't have the clean moves, the inside, the outside, the counters. So what you get is you get a player that has lower body twitch, that can play the 3 technique, that can get to the edge of the guard and get vertical, and we can clean up his rush moves.
Act with a powerful hand, 6 foot and almost 300 pounds. He ran 4.87, strong, 28 reps at a 33 vertical. Doesn't have your arm late, but as you said, look, some of these guys did. Arizona didn't have Super Bowl arms either. Now, you look at 5 sacks. 2 of them came against Baylor. Step on. So you got Devontae Sweat occupying next to you, and you get 5 sacks and 2 against Baylor. That's concerning. You did have 33 quarterback pressure. A lot of these scores, but center that Trayvon Walker.
What do we got? Dallas Turner, edge. There you go. All right, well, not a bad. They traded up for him, so you can't blame them there. Good edge rusher from Alabama, so you can't blame. So now the Bengals are on the clock. Another good pick. They traded up. They traded twice. So good for them. Good.
Where is he now? He's down in Houston. Guy off the edge.
Yeah.
They needed, I think, they got Andrew Van Ginkel now. They need a guy.
Yeah.
They need a guy who they can do.
They just lost Hunter. They were talking about so the Vikings just lost Hunter, so they need an edge rusher. So they got themselves a young edge rusher. So Good pick for him. And what I like about with the Vikings, they had 2 first-round picks. They went up and they got their guys. So, good job, Minnesota. Good job. Bengals on the clock.
The Minnesota Vikings select Dallas Turner, linebacker, Alabama.
Now it says Bengals need a tight end, defensive lineman, or a tackle. Well, I think they need a little more than that, but I'll have to wait and see.
But he started 26 games for the side after being a consensus 5-star prospect coming out of Fort Lauderdale.
You can't pass up first when you look at this. Is he a finished product? Absolutely not. So when you look at the first step, the ability to come off the football and line up, the versatility, playing defensive end. Can he hold the edge versus run? You got to set the edge. 6'3", 6'4", 250 pounds. He can set the edge, get into the backfield, and make the tackle. Can you bend the arc, turn the corner? We want our edge rusher to be able to dip that inside shoulder, lean and get to the quarterback. Dallas Turner can do that with that explosive first step. But playing outside linebacker, especially in all the eye fronts, he's got the ability to drop in coverage, so he provides scheme versatility, and on the money down, third down, he can get after the quarterback.
He's a big coach, guys. That's the key to him. No counter move right now. He's going to have to bend the first. He has that. Ran 4.46 and 247 pounds. You're talking about 40 and a half. Amazing for a pass rusher off the edge. But he did a good job. 10 sacks this year. But the counter move has to be developed. We're talking about being able to get hands on offensive tackle great to do that.
The Bengals still on the clock.
Consistent. And a guy who has the talent and showed the promise if coach properly. He's bringing up Trayvon Walker as an example of what coaching means to a player. That's going to, like I said, determine the Dallas Turner. It's going to determine Byron Brooks. They were both very similar.
All right. So a lot of good. So I haven't had a cornerback taken yet. So, well, the Vikings did pretty well for themselves. I said, I'm not sure, how the quarterback situation is going to turn out. But what I do like is they had 2 first-round picks, and they went up and they got their guys. So instead of just sitting there waiting for somebody to fall to you, you go and you get your guy. So kudos to them.
What went through you when you got that call in the green room?
I really wasn't expecting it, to be honest, but I met with them dudes out there in Minnesota. It's a very, very good building over there. A lot of good people out there too. I'm ready to be Viking now. You know with that? Let's go get it, man.
The reigning defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, he's doing the skull clap. Bengals still on the clock.
What kind of player is Minnesota getting?
Then we got what? After the Bengals got 1, 2, they got 4 picks, and you got the low-life loser Beagles. And then 2 after that, and you got the Cowgirls. So.
Play as hard as I can, as fast as I can. So,
all right, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Dallas Turner, his final college game in Alabama was a loss to Michigan, and his new Vikings teammate, J.J. McCarthy. Finally, some big-name defenders go off the board in consecutive order. We'll see what's next. The Bengals are on the clock. It's the draft on ESPN.
All right. Anxious to see who the low-life loser Beagles and the Cowboys take.
Presented by Courtyard by Marriott. Is brought to you by The Fall Guy. Only in theaters May 3rd.
Three, 2, 1.
Showtime. How do we do, boss? Yeah, what's the...
That's hosted. It's done. You never saw it. This is an epic story of cosmic proportions.
I had to do something just important stuff. It's just something. It's crazy. I'll figure it out.
Can I get another one, please? Let's make some trouble.
Get out of my head. One last time. Going down in the blaze of glory. You're not like Devontae Booker. I didn't die at the end. Exactly.
Coach Jake from State Farm.
Oh, Patrick, it's official.
We saved with home and auto insurance. You're the league's most valuable bundler.
MVB? Me?
He's surprised.
Man, I just did not see this coming. This is truly unexpected.
We're going to start locking this place up. Hey, you done?
Bundling. Just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighborhood. State Farm is there.
Students of any age, from anywhere. Students in a new kind of classroom. Using our technology to power different ways of learning. Harnessing AI to plant new beginnings. So when minds grow, opportunities follow.
All right. Another tackle. Mims. Wow. Holy cow. How many tackles? Is that 5 tackles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. 5 tackles taken so far. Wow. So Mims tackle. Now the Rams are on the clock. It says the Rams need a quarterback, a tackle, defensive lineman, an edge, a linebacker, and a cornerback. So this might be where the first cornerback comes off the board. So I'll have to wait and see. But the Rams could use a lot. And according to Pro Football Focus, they need a lot on defense. So. Here we go. Rams on the clock. Wow. And it's weird because it's Mel Kiper's best available. There's a guard, a cornerback, a wide receiver, another wide receiver, and a center. And they took a tackle. Huh? The Bengals took a tackle. You know, I mean, that's also a good point, too. The Bengals taking Mims, a tackle. Burrows, he gets hit a lot, too. Injuries and all that and everything. So getting somebody in there for the Bengals to protect him, to keep him standing upright, that's a good pick for the Bengals. I mean, it's the 5th tackle off the board, so I'm not sure if they're reaching a little bit. Taking the 5th best tackle at number 18. That might be a bit of a reach, but for them to take a offensive lineman, a tackle to help protect Burrows, not a bad pick. Not a bad pick for him. Oh. 6'7". He's almost 6'8". Holy crap! Wow, 6'8". Oh my God! Oh my God! Wow. All right, Rams are still on the clock. Still on the clock, Rams. You can't step on the computer. Okay. So let's see. Still on the clock. Oh, he's a Bengal. Well, all right. Well, Bengals got themselves an offensive lineman. So now the Rams here. Rams need defense. Let's see if the first cornerback comes off the board. I mean, the first cornerback to drop to 19, that would be a good pickup for the Rams. Especially because I can't stand the Eagles if they were to take a couple of these cornerbacks would start coming off the board, because I know the Eagles, I think, want a cornerback. So if they can start grabbing, wow, the Rams. The last time the Rams had a first-round pick was 2016. Wow. Wow. That's because the Rams keep trading away their first-round picks all the time. Wow. The Rams. Who are the Rams got? Rams first 2016. That's just crazy. They just keep trading away their first round picks. It's tough to develop a team that way. But for them, they won a Super Bowl. So Rams still on the clock. They should have made their pick. Oh, there you go. Edge versus Florida State. Okay. I guess they still didn't want a cornerback. Still, all the cornerbacks are on the board. Wow. Nobody's taken yet. Well, one of them is going to fall to the Eagles, unfortunately. Steelers are on the clock. Here we go. Steelers need a wide receiver. I'll tell you what, there's some good wide receivers there. They need a wide receiver, tackler, center, or cornerback. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, maybe they'll take a cornerback. Because the Eagles, it's the Steelers, and it's the Dolphins, then it's the Beagles. So one of those good cornerbacks is probably going to fall to the Eagles at number 22.
He said that those guys really were part of the transfers that lifted that team to the season they had. And he'll come off the board here. And listen, when you think about Derek versus the comp, Cam Jordan, worked out pretty good for the Saints over the years. Hall of Fame defensive man, very similar type player.
Rams had a very good season last year. Tough playoff loss to the Detroit Lions as well here in Detroit right now. We'll see what they decide.
All right. There we go. The Rams pick. Here comes the commissioner.
With the 2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Jared Verse, defensive end, Florida State.
So you guys anyway focusing on that defensive side of the ball. It's
Yep.
a game we've been waiting to hear. Lewis is one that you've been talking about for quite some time. Lewis obviously a very effective player, and this run on defense continues.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's the prototype 3-4 outside linebacker who built to put his hand down and then even front in the 4-man line himself and just rushed the passer with tremendous power. I mean, he's big now. He's 6'3".
Beagles coming up in 2 picks. 2 more picks. Be the Beagles. I can't stand him.
Mel, I've seen some of the things
I absolutely can't stand him.
as far as some of the tightness, as far as his hips are concerned. But I'll tell you, you see that get up and that power right there. That bull rush where he puts that hand right in the.
What's up, buddy? Come on, buddy. Come on, pal. Let me rub the belly.
And you see it.
Let me rub the belly.
And then him release, get that inside shoulder down. And
Rub in the belly.
like I said, him and Braden Fitz, 2 transfers that came into that program, and really took it to different levels in terms of the kind of football character that they played with. That's exactly what the Rams want. That's exactly what him and Byron Young will provide now. You have 2 nice-looking bookends that can run the fast.
They've got 8.5 of those 9 sacks in 4 games, and that speaks to getting and finishing. They're close. He had 15 quarterback pressures, 9 sacks. I said most of them came in 4 games. So even what we saw in college indicated that could be an issue. So the hustle's there. He plays the run. He's a complete defensive end. If that's not a factor,
Give me. Yeah, rub the belly. Rub the belly. I got you. I got you.
6 to 9 every year.
Yeah, when you talk to Florida State defensive line coach, he talked about this guy with the tone setter. He sets the tempo. Yeah, there's some stiffness, there's a little tightness, but the comp to me again is Cam Jordan. Look how that worked out for New Orleans Saints. Look at it coming up with the size of hands. You have to be able to play with your hands at defensive end. That's Will Campbell. I can't wait to see what he is in the big board for 2025. He's going to be a top tackler. He's just using him. Look at Cam Jordan. Again, some said Cam Jordan had a little stiffness, a little tightness in the hip. He's a power player, but he understands how to use his hands in order to be a technician. Can I set the edge of my defense and understand you can't run to the outside? He does that. He did it in Albany. He did it at Florida State. Setting the tone, setting the edge for your defense. I know we have to have the burst that we're normally looking for coming around the edge. But when he understands how to play. To me, he's more of a left defensive end. I would put him in right, I put him in left. He can dominate tight ends, he can dominate right tackle.
He's a great story, as you mentioned, not highly recruited coming out of Dayton, Ohio, which is how we wound up initially at Albany in the Colonial, playing 2 years transferred to Tallahassee and had the 18 sacks.
Yeah, BT, you're live. Who should the Steelers take? Huh? Who should the Steelers take? Huh? So I guess, at least for the Giants anyway, I guess we could probably pretty much eliminate them taking a quarterback in the 2nd round. Considering every quarterback won the first 12 picks. Simply amazing. So now you got like Milton, you got Spencer Rattler, and also, I mean, those would be like, I don't know, from what I've been seeing, from what I understand, those would be, I don't know if they take Rattler in the 2nd round. Ooh, I think that'd be a little high. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they don't take one at all. Maybe they take one in the 3rd or 4th round. Wait and see. But so you can probably pretty much forget about the Giants taking a quarterback in the 2nd round. It's Penix, Nick, all those guys. I mean, they ain't no jumping up to get one in the late first round because they're all gone. They're all gone. So, all right. They took Fatanu. Another tackle. Jesus, God. That's 6 tackles. So out of 20 picks, there have been 6 tackles, 6 quarterbacks taken. And 4 wide receivers. Is that right? 6 quarterbacks, 4 wide receivers. 3 wide receivers? Maybe 3 wide receivers. 6 tackles, 6 quarterbacks, 3 wide receivers. Wow. 15 out of the 20 picks have either been a tackle, a quarterback, or a wide receiver. Wow. That's amazing. All right, so now the Dolphins are on the clock. After the Dolphins, you got the Beagles. Then you got the Jaguars because they traded back with the Vikings at 23. Then you got the Cowgirls. And then I'm going to sign off. So. So let's see what we got here. Oh boy. Tell you what, it's amazing. You don't realize how long the first round is. Thankfully, tomorrow, I'm going to be going live tomorrow too, but thankfully, right, at least when the second round, the third round roll, the picks come a little bit quicker, which is cool. What?
Where's my husband?
It's complicated. Next Thursday on ABC.
Good boy. Kitty. There we go. So it looks like the Beagles are going to get their wish. They're going to get a cornerback because all the cornerbacks are falling to the Beagles.
Well-known quarterbacks, numbers quite similar over the last 2 seasons, as you see, for Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Very quickly, before we get the selection, who do you think the starting quarterback will be there the majority of the season? Will it be Russell or will it be Fields?
Look, I think Justin Fields at some point is going to invert. I just think he's on the come too much. He's a guy who right now I think he fits perfectly with what Martin Smith wants to do. I think he is supremely highly motivated. I just think in the end, that talent is going to be hard to keep up with.
Martin Smith was new offensive coordinator for Mike Tomlin's Steelers, and I see the commission doing a special hearing to announce the Steelers pick.
Here comes the Steelers pick. This is fun.
32 young men will embark on their NFL career, striving to make an impact on the field. But their impacts will be felt far beyond their field, but in their communities. No one embodied that more than Walter Payton. And today, the league's highest honor, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, recognizes his lasting legacy. Tonight, we are proud to welcome the 2023 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year winner, Cam Hayward.
First of all, I want to say thank you, Commissioner.
Cam Hayward.
And most importantly,
What a beast he is.
the Payton family, the NFL,
Cameron Hayward. Wow. That defensive lineman. My goodness, what a great freaking pick he is. Steelers selection's in. Yep.
Use your platform to brighten someone's day. The opportunity before you is a gift. And by coming here and being in this league, seize that moment. Be better in our communities, be better for our league and our world. Thank you so much. Here we go. And with the 20th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Troy.
Troy Fautanu, tackle, Washington.
It's a 6 tackle taken. And 6 tackles, 6 quarterbacks taken in the first 20 picks. Wow. Oh, he's a guard. You say he's a guard. Here on PFF, he says a tackle. Okay. Oh, it said he might have to move inside. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Okay. He was a tackle, but apparently they think he might have to move inside. Maybe.
Gets in space with ease, no problem there. Pass protection, hands are active, punch is purposeful all the time. Feet able to do a really good job mirroring. This kid is fun to watch, but he will get after you. He's got a defensive mentality. He's got longer arms than Joe Alt. So you think about
Wow, he's got longer arms than Joe Alt. Holy cow. All right, Dolphins still on the clock here. Dolphins on the clock, baby. All right.
Could he do that? Maybe. But this kid, for value and for a guy who's a stealer from a mentality standpoint, he had excellent interviews, great kids. Okay, so there's a little bit of a need question, but nobody really cared. Some of the team, some maybe did more than others. 6.5, 317.
All right, got the Dolphins, then you got the Beagles. Beagles are going to grab a cornerback. All the cornerbacks are falling to the Beagles, so didn't have to trade up or nothing. I am a little shocked that there haven't really been any trades, nothing big major trades or nothing like that.
Now the question is, do you just go ahead and leave him at left tackle when he takes over for Dan Moore, or do you slide him inside? I'd leave him at tackle right now. And you know what? And then they've got their bookends.
We've made 20 picks so far. This is just the second time in this century there have been no defensive backs in the first 20 picks.
Yeah, no defensive backs taken in the first 20 picks. Well, that's going to come to an end here. The pick is in. The Dolphins' pick is in. Well, it should pop up here any second. Pick is in.
You must be asking. Come on in. There's my pride and joy.
Oh, there you go. Edge, another edge rusher. Robinson, edge rusher. Penn State.
And they're covered with the home and auto bundle with Progressive, so you get round-the-clock protection.
So is Gabby coming down? Oh, she said she'll meet you at the prom.
All right, well, the Eagles got a cornerback. Every cornerback fell to the Beagles. I don't understand this. It's a little weird. PFF says the Eagles need a wide receiver. They got A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith. I'm a little lost there. They need a wide receiver. They have basically two number one wide receivers, and they say they need a wide receiver. I'm not really sure what they're smoking there, but okay. If you think so. But it says the Eagles need a linebacker, cornerback, or safety. So they're taking a cornerback here.
We're talking about moving, not the trade. Not the trade. We're talking about moving. No thing. You could use open door, so you're not directly to them. Easy. I guess we're moving.
Bounce back fast from Hartford with new Tums Gummy Buds and Glove Food Bag.
I know I've messed up in the past. From now on, there will be $0
delivery fee.
With Dash Pass, you pay $0 delivery fee on DoorDash.
To zero!
Dash Pass. Your door to $0 delivery fees. DoorDash.
Okay, guys. Everybody start from 5.
One sec. Just gotta give this real quick. Hims?
Yeah, it's two. It's 30D. Always works for me.
I'm Hims right now. So simple, so good. Weight loss by Hims, boys. You gotta get on it, son.
For care that's doctor trusted, convenient, and personalized, get started today at hims.com.
Let's see who the Beagles take here. Because their defense last year just stunk.
And when you taste it, you'll say that too.
Absolutely stunk. Then the Eagles stunk too anyway, so Eagles always stink. Even though one time they won the Super Bowl, they still stink. But they need defensive help. Although, I mean, I'll tell you what, if they took Thomas or one of the other, I mean, they'd have themselves 3 unbelievable wide receivers. Let me tell you what. 3 unbelievable wide receivers. They would have the best receiving trio in all of football if they would take a wide receiver here. Let me tell you what. Yep, there we go. I'll tell you what, Thomas or Worthy. Tell you what, if the Eagles took one of those guys, they'd have 3 unbelievable wide receivers.
He's maybe concerned about that 165-pound frame. And Graham Barton, I think he could have been a Steeler, but Troy Polamalu dropped down the Steelers if they could not play away anywhere along that line.
So you got Quinion Mitchell or Cooper DeJean. One of those 2 guys, Mitchell or DeJean, thinking for the Beagles.
Well, the Dolphins certainly have lost a lot of players. They had a terrific season last year, lost the division on the final night of the year, and now have lost all of this talent.
Wow, Dolphins lost a lot. Wow, on the defensive side, holy cow. Yeah, they lost a lot of guys. Well, they say they lost Eli Apple. That's not a loss, that's a plus. Eli Apple, he's an absolute freaking piece of trash. So that's to their benefit that they lost a piece of trash. But yeah, they took Robinson, Dolphins, edge rusher.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Chop Robinson, linebacker, Penn State.
One of the biggest hits at the combine is him running 4.48 at 254 pounds.
He ran a 4.48. Wow. Fast. Unbelievable. All right, Beagles are getting ready to pick here. Beagles be selecting. Beagles on the clock.
We had 4 sacks on the year. We had 9.5 sacks over the last 2 seasons now. He's got that great initial quickness and great first step. Then he needs to get that counter move. And that's the issue. Expand that pass rush arsenal. Go to the secondary, move faster. That initial pathway is this 40. That's what has to be coached into. He doesn't have the longest arms in the world, but they're long enough. The effort is there for the most part. The times he can steal the edge, you're going to get 6'2", almost 6'3", 254. He's a rat under 4'5", great athletic ability. The counter has to be developed. Sometimes a little late reacting, doesn't always locate the ball. The talent's there. Will the coaching make him a guy who can get to that, let's say, that 8 to 10 sack a year mark? And they got 2 defensive, 2 pass rushers.
The Beagles still on the clock.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do. They're trying to put pressure on those guys. Bradley Chubb, underwhelming. Phillips coming off the injury. They tied Shaq Barrett, who was disappointing in Tampa. To me, they are trying to get the edge rusher right. They lose Christian Wilkins to the Las Vegas Raiders. They need to beat up front, and Chop Robinson provides that first step quickness. They're going to find 4 guys that can rush somehow, somewhere, and it's ass to the bit.
He reminds you of the 23. He's got lower, compact build, got track stance. I mean, he just comes out of like a curled up.
Come on, Beagles. Who are you taking here? What cornerback are you going to take?
Second moves, counter moves. It's a variety of moves. When they put him on the move, whether it be a 2-point or again on PEs and such, he is a problem. You see how he's built? I mean, he's just a ball muscle. Yeah, he could be a problem.
He was one who was big when he was little. The nickname was originally Pork Chop.
Beagles. Is it pick in? I'm still on the clock. We got like a little over a minute left to go. They're still hanging in there.
So the Eagles are on the board. Check me. What can you tell us? Before the draft began, the Philadelphia Eagles did exactly what they normally do. Got ahead of a market at a certain position. They reached a
Shut the heck up. Can't stand it. Absolutely can't stand up. Adam Brown, Eagle, doing a 3-year, $96 million, $32 million a year for A.J. Brown extension. $32 million a year. Another extension. But what it is the thing is with the signing A.J. Brown, there's 3 years, $32 million. but he's not going to get $32 million a year. He's only going to get like 15 or so. Then it'll be like 325 void years added on to the end of the contract, where he'll be owed money for like probably like about 500-600 years after his deal is over with. So I care less about the Eagles. Howie Roseman's a freaking moron. Yeah. He's a moron. He's a loser. Can't stand him. Absolutely can't stand him. Yeah, I mean, let's see here. Let's see. I'm still on the clock. Well, I'll tell you what. They're running out of time here. I mean, it can't be much time left. 59 seconds. I don't know. Well, this is something that the low life turd Eagles do. You know what I mean? Wait till the last second. We'll take all our time. I mean, they know who they're picking, but we'll wait till the last second to turn the card in because look at us. Ooh, look at us. Everybody's waiting on the Eagles. Get the out of here. Absolutely can't stand the Eagles. Absolutely can't stand them. All right, loser Beagles. Still on the clock. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Took Mitchell, cornerback. Yep, from Toledo. All right, so now we got the Jaguars are on the clock. The Jaguars, who traded with the I don't know what they got. I'm not sure what they got for their trade. But the Eagles walked out because, I mean, basically nobody took any cornerbacks in front of them. Well, I don't want to say the best cornerback, but one of the top cornerbacks fell to the Eagles. But then again, you also look at it too. If these cornerbacks were that good, they would have been taken already. So I'm not worried about that at all. So the Jaguars, and we got the Jaguars, and then we got the then we got the Cowgirls that I'm going to be signing off until tomorrow night. So what we got here? Still on the clock. Jaguars. Interesting to see who the Cowboys take because they need a lot. Because they lost a lot, I'll tell you what. And they didn't sign like anybody. So they need a lot. So it's going to be an interesting pick. Jaguars on the clock, baby. Says they need a guard, a center, an edge rusher, a cornerback, or a safety. So they're primed to take, if they want. I mean, obviously to take another cornerback. This is also interesting too, because sometimes you take that first one, then you got to run on them. You know what I mean? So, like with the Beagles, the low-life scumbag Beagles taking a cornerback. Let's see if there's maybe a run on cornerbacks. Like I said, but I mean, if some of these cornerbacks were unbelievably fantastic, they'd be taken in the top 10 or top 20. So for the first cornerback to go to number 22 to the low-life scumbag Beagles, I'm not worried about it. I'm not saying the players are low-life scumbag. I'm just saying the Eagles are. I'm sure Quinion Mitchell's a very nice individual. But I'm sure he's a heck of a cornerback. But if he was that unbelievably great, he'd be taken in the top 10. So. And it says for the Cowgirls, they can use a running back, a wide receiver, a tackle, a center, a defensive lineman, linebacker, and they can use a cornerback. They can use a lot. They can use a lot. I say because they didn't sign like anybody. I mean, the one thing is like with the Cowboys a lot is that, you know, they draft, and a lot of times they draft very well. I mean, sometimes that's one of the predicaments that they're in is because they draft well. And when you draft well, you get ABCD Lamb. He wants to get paid. Some dude by the name of Micah Parsons, he wants to get paid, right? And then you got Dak Prescott that got him in the 4th round. He wants to get paid. So you look at between those 3 guys, you know, you got over $100 million a season between 3 guys. Yeah. So there, one thing a lot that what the Cowgirls do, you know, they draft well, but a lot of times they keep their guys. They pay their guys, they develop them, keep them, whatever, pay them, and go forward. So sometimes, you know, that's why the Cowgirls know a lot in the you know, in like free agency, they go, you know, you don't see sometimes the Cowgirls going stalk wild crazy, picking up free agents, because a lot of times they keep their own guys. A lot of times they keep a lot of the guys they drafted. Yeah. All right, so what we got? They still on the clock? Okay. The Jaguars are still on the clock. I said I'm interested to see if there's a run on cornerbacks. Because it took 22 picks to get to anybody in the secondary, either a safety or a cornerback. So, which once again tells me that, you know, maybe certainly does not mean the guys are, you know, don't get me wrong. That certainly does not mean any of the cornerbacks are absolutely horrible. Don't get me wrong there. But I mean, it does not mean to me that any of these guys are super duper elite. You know, because if you had some elite cornerbacks, they'd be taken in the top 10, or they certainly wouldn't be getting out of the top 20. So for a first cornerback, because a cornerback's a very important. I mean, you got somebody you need somebody, right, to cover the wide receivers. You need an edge rusher to rush the quarterback, and you need a cornerback to cover the wide receiver. So cornerbacks, wide Thomas. There you go. All right, well, I can't blame him there. Jaguars take Thomas from the other wide receiver from LSU. Now, a lot of people say, let me tell you what, some people say Thomas is I can't say I watched the film on any, but some people say that Thomas is as good as Neighbors, or just about as good. So for the Jaguars to take Thomas at number 23 overall, it gives Trevor Lawrence another weapon to throw the ball to. Not a bad pick at 23 for the Jaguars. Very, very, very good pick for the Jaguars. Outstanding pick. Now you got the Cowgirls. Cowgirls need a lot, so we'll have to wait and see. But the Cowgirls, they spent the least in free agency. The least out of all the teams. It wasn't even close. Right? Now the Eagles have spent almost with the extension of A.J. Brown. The Eagles have spent almost $500 million on free agents and contract extensions this offseason. $500 million they've spent. By far the most money spent by the Eagles. I mean, it's just that's a Howie Roseman thing. Just you know. And the thing is what it is he's spending trillions and trillions of dollars and giving the guys, you know, whatever, but then he's adding all these void years onto the end of the contracts. Yeah. The A.J. Brown, it's a 3-year extension, but I'm very anxious to see how many years it takes, you know, how many years they spread that contract out for him to get his $96 million. Probably be like at least 5 or 6 years. Very anxious to see. All right, so let's see with the Cowgirls still on the clock. After the Cowgirls, I'm going to be signing off until tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, I think the draft starts, I think at, what would you say? I think 7 o'clock, 7:30. Let me see. NFL draft. Let's type this in there. NFL draft times. So we got Friday, 7 o'clock. Okay. So 7 o'clock. So Giants are going to take the Giants a while. The Giants ain't going to 47. So, but start at 7 or somewhere close to around 7 o'clock. So I'll be back on. With Thomas. Good pick for the Jaguars. I'll be back around 7 o'clock, 7:15, somewhere around there tomorrow. Good pick. Just waiting to see who the next Cowgirls or who the next addition to the NFC East is going to be, and then I'll be signing off here. Yes, I mean, they say Thomas is very, very good as well, too. Yeah. I mean, I think they said 17 touchdown receptions this past season. I think it's 17 yards of reception. I mean, it's just, he goes up and gets the ball, comes down with it, just dynamic, very dynamic, outstanding. Outstanding. Yeah, they're showing some passes, some plays, and they're just throwing the ball up deep, and he's coming down with the ball and everything. Very dynamic player. Very good pick for the Jaguars, especially at 23. They did themselves good there. All right, Cowgirls, who do you got here? Who the Cowgirls got? The latest addition to the NFC East. The dog Randy, he's snoring up a storm. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, the Cowboys, they got about 3 minutes left there. They're 3:50. Yeah, about 3 minutes to go. So then after the Cowgirls, we got the Packers, right, who whooped up on the Cowgirls. Then you got the Buccaneers, who kicked the living crap out of the Beagles. Then you got the Cardinals from Houston. Then you got the Bills. Then you got the Lions. Then you got the Ravens. You got the 49ers. And then you got the Chiefs. So I'd have a hard time believing the Giants are going to jump back into the first round here. I'd be absolutely shocked. I mean, the only way I could see them jumping back into the first round would be maybe for a quarterback. There ain't no quarterback there taken in the first round. So the Giants got themselves they got themselves their wide receiver. They need a cornerback, right? They can use a defensive lineman, maybe a safety, right? A tight end. I said maybe later rounds. You can think maybe a running back, maybe later rounds. I'm thinking rounds 4, 5, or 6 if they were going to grab an offensive lineman, go right ahead there. But with their second pick, a cornerback, a safety, I don't know, tight end, defensive lineman, one of those. Cowgirls, what do we got? Still on the clock. Ain't got much time left. They're pushing it to the last. They're pushing it to the last minute there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My neighbor's dog barking. I was barking at it. Okay. No, you can't go outside and bark. My dog now wants to go outside and bark. Cowboys still on the clock. They're running out of time here. I know they're not going to run out of time, but the pick should be in any second now. Good boy. I can't let him out now, especially if he's going to start barking. It's 11 o'clock at night here where I'm at. So the neighbors would not like that. Cowgirls, let's see here. Come on. Who was the latest addition to the NFC East? And as I said, you got the Packers, the Bucks, the Cardinals, Bills, the Lions, the Ravens, the 49ers, and then the Chiefs. Well, I mean, they could take a wide receiver. Not taking a running back. Defensive lineman. Cornerback. There's a couple cornerbacks there, so let's see what we got here. Should be any second there. Come on, Cowgirls. Who you picking? Oh, there you go. Wow. Oh, wow. What the Lions traded up. The Cowgirls traded. What? Wow. Wow, they traded. What the heck happened there? Huh. Wow. They traded. So the Cowgirls traded back with the Lions. Interesting. Wow. So the Lions took Arnold, the cornerback. Wow. So the Cowboys traded back to get some extra draft capital. So the Cowboys, they got pick 58. Cornerback. Doesn't say. So they jumped up in front of the Packers to grab a cornerback. That was a good pick. It doesn't say. Well, yeah, I guess you figure they swapped, I guess, with the Cowboys. The Cowboys are getting pick number 29, maybe? Well, good for them. Yep. Terry Arnold. Well, Terry and Arnold. They got themselves a good cornerback. Well, I mean, they jumped in front of the Packers specifically to grab the cornerback, so good for them. So they must have flip-flopped, I guess, but the Cowgirls got pick number 29 now. So the Cowgirls got 29, and they get whatever else. I'm not sure what they traded. Maybe a third-round pick or something like that or whatever. But they got themselves a good cornerback. So the Lions did themselves good. All right, guys. Well, I'm not going to wait around for the Cowgirls. But Giants with Neighbors. I'm not sure why they like Neighbors over Dunzier. I know a lot of people would rather have Dunzier than Neighbors, but Neighbors is a fantastic wide receiver. The Giants got themselves a number one wide receiver. We don't have to hear that crap anymore. The Giants don't have to hear that no more. We got Hyatt, right? We got Robinson, and we got Neighbors. So we got ourselves a number one wide receiver. So very, very good. So great night for the Giants. And once again, you're never going to know exactly why they took Neighbors over Dunzier. You're never going to know that, right? But if Dable thinks and Shane and Dable think and all the Kafka, whatever, they think that Neighbors is the better fit, or he'll be the better option for the Giants for their offense going forward, I'm all for it. I mean, who am I to tell them to take a Dunzier? Yeah, I ain't nobody, right? So if Shane, Dable, and company and all think that Neighbors was a better fit, better option for the New York Giants offense going forward, I'm all for it. So good night for the New York Giants. We got 2 picks coming back tomorrow night, 47 and 70. Hopefully we can come back with 2 more studs, fill a couple more holes in the Giants team going forward. Be absolutely fantastic. So, all right, guys, signing off. Been on for almost 3 hours. I'm not going to wait for the Cowgirls. They stink. They're not worth my time. So, very, very good pick for the Giants. Good night for the New York Football Giants. We got ourselves a number one wide receiver. See you guys tomorrow night.